Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Have you ever stared at the financial statement and thought of this question? What on earth do all these accounts mean? Today, we're diving into the backbone of every business books, or the major types of accounts that keep everything organized. Whether you're a small Whether you're a small business owner, a student cramming for exams, or just curious about how money moves, these five core categories are non-negotiable. Asset, liabilities, equity, revenues, and expenses. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down each one with real-world examples, so you can stop guessing and start understanding exactly what your numbers are telling you.
Ready to master the basics? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single lesson. Let's jump in. Before we begin, let us look at our objectives for today. At the end of this session, you should be able to discuss the five major accounts and cite examples of each type of account. Lastly, prepare a chart of accounts. Let us review our previous lesson. What is the basic accounting equation? ALO or ALO. Asset equals liabilities plus owner's equity. Now, let's move on with our topic. Our topic for today is the five major of accounts or five major accounts. These are assets, liabilities, equity, revenue, and expenses. The first three assets, liabilities, and equity are known as balance sheet accounts, or real or permanent accounts, since their balance are carried over to the next accounting period. In contrast, the last two, revenue and expenses, are called income statement accounts, or nominal temporary accounts, because their balances are closed at the end of the accounting period. To help you remember the five major accounts, use the word alerts. Ulit nga, alerts. A stands for assets, L stands for liabilities, E stands for equity, R stands for revenue, X stands for expenses.
Number 1, assets. First, let us discuss this. Assets are things of value owned and controlled by the business. In other words, they are the resources that help generate income. Halimbawa, may 50,000 cash ka sa drawer asak. Oo. Sa halimbawa may 50,000 cash ka. Bumili ka ng sealing machine at ref as an equipment. Bumili ka rin ng mga mesa at upuan para sa customers, o yung tinatawag nating furnitures. Pati yung mga stock ng powder, pearls, at cups na hindi pa nababawasan as an inventory. Yung mga yun ay isang asset mo rin. Tandaan, basta pakinabang mo at pagmamayari mo, asset yan. Ano-ano nga ba ang example ng assets? Or ng asset. Cash, accounts receivable, inventory, supplies, land, equipment, and prepayments. Furthermore, assets are classified into two categories. A. Current assets. These are assets that can be used, sold, or converted into cash within 1 year. These are the examples of current assets: cash, accounts receivable, notes receivable, inventory, supplies, prepayments. And for non-current assets, in contrast naman po siya, non-current assets have a useful life of more than 1 year and are not easily converted into cash. Examples niya naman po ay land, building, office equipment, furniture, and fixtures. Intangible assets such as copyrights. Now, let us classify the following. Ang cash po ba, current asset or non-current asset? Correct. It is current asset. Ang building kaya, current asset or non-current asset? Tama. Non-current asset. Ang goodwill, current asset po ba siya or non-current asset? Tama, non-current asset. For the next one, supplies. So, current asset po siya kasi it can be sold or converted into cash within 1 year. Ang accounts receivable po kaya? Tama. Current asset po siya kasi tulad nga ng supplies, it can be sold or converted into cash within 1 year. Eh, ang furniture and fixtures po kaya, yung mga lamesa, ganon, upuan. Tama. Non-current asset ang furniture and fixtures because a company expect to use for more than 1 year or beyond the normal operating cycle of the business, unlike current assets like cash or inventory which are used or converted to cash within a year. Ayan. So, congrats sa mga naka 6/6 dyan.
Next, let us talk about liabilities. Liabilities are debt or financial obligations of the business to other individuals or companies. Minsan, hindi sapat ang pera natin kaya nanghihiram tayo. Lahat ng perang hiniram mo na dapat mong ibalik ay tawag doon liabilities. Halimbawa, dahil kulang ang budget mo sa ref, kinuha mo na ito sa tropa mo at nangako kang babayaran mo siya next month at accounts payable. Tapos, nanghiram ka rin sa bangko ng 10,000 para pandagdag sa pwesto. Ang tawag doon, notes payable. Tandaan, ito yung mga sakit sa ulo na kailangan mong bayaran sa future. Kapag may payable sa dulo ng salita, utang yan. Simply put, these obligations must be settled in the future through cash payment, transfer of assets, rendering of services. We have examples include: first, accounts payable. Second, unearned income. Third, notes payable. And last, loans payable. Tandaan po, magkaiba po ang notes payable and loans payable. Similar to assets, liabilities are also classified into two. What are those? We have current liabilities and non-current liabilities. Pero magsisimula muna tayo sa current liabilities. Current liabilities are obligation payable within 1 year. Here at the example: accounts payable, unearned income, salaries payable, taxes payable. Sa non-current liabilities naman, non-current liabilities are obligation payable beyond 1 year. Tatandaan, current liabilities within 1 year. Non-current liabilities beyond 1 year. Sa non-current liabilities, meron tayong examples na long-term notes payable and loans payable. Okay. Check natin kung may naintindihan ba talaga. Ang accounts payable po ba non-current or current asset? Tama. Current asset siya. Ang unearned income naman, ano kaya siya? Oh, siya po ay current. Current asset po ang unearned income. Sa salaries payable naman po, non-current po ba or current siya? Correct. Siya po ay current din. Sa notes payable naman po, na tinatawag nating long term sa notes payable. Tama. Ang notes payable po ay non-current. Sa loans payable kaya, current or non-current? Tama. Non-current siya. Kung sa tax payable naman? Tama, ito po ay current liability. Tatandaan na, kapag non-current, these are obligations payable beyond 1 year. Pag current liabilities naman, these are obligations payable within 1 year. Clearly, you can now distinguish the two. Congratulations again, guys.
So moving on, let us discuss equity. Equity represents the residual interest of the owner after deducting the total liabilities from total assets. That is why equity equals assets minus liabilities. In effect, equity shows how much truly belongs to the owner. Ito ang pinaka-core ng business mo. Ito yung halaga na talagang sa'yo matapos mong mabayaran lahat ng utang mo. Halimbawa, nag-invest ka ng sarili mong pera ng 30,000 o owner's capital. Kung bigla mong ibebenta ang lahat ng assets mo gamit ang cash at pambayad sa lahat ng liabilities mo, yung pera matitira sa'yo, yun yung equity mo. Tandaan, ito ang investment mo. Kapag kumuha ka naman ng pera sa shop para pambili ng personal mong sapatos, mababawasan ng equity mo o tinatawag din itong owner's drawings.
Okay, after equity, we now proceed to revenue or income. Revenue refers to the money earned by the business from selling goods or providing services. Ito ang reward mo sa pagod mo. Ito ang perang natatanggap mo mula sa mga taong bumibili ng milk tea mo. Halimbawa, may dumating na barkada at umorder ng 10 winter melon milk tea. Binayaran kanila ng 1,000 pesos, service revenue sales. 1,000 pesos as a service revenue or sales. Kahit hindi ka pa tapos gumawa, basta nag-order na sila at may commitment na babayaran ka, kita na yun. Tandaan, mas maraming benta, mas masaya ang revenue. Examples ng revenue. We have sales revenue, service income, and interest income. Consequently, revenue increases the owner's equity. Next,
Expenses.
finally, we have expenses. Expenses are costs incurred in the normal operation of the business. Para makagawa ka ng milk tea at makapag-operate, kailangan mong gumastos. Hindi pwedeng puro tanggap lang ng pera. May lumalabas din. Halimbawa, katapusan na ng buwan, kailangan mong bayaran ang 5,000 pesos na upa sa pwesto o ang tinatawag na rent expense. Dumating na rin ang bill sa kuryente dahil sa maghapong paggamit ng ref as a utilities expense. At syempre, kailangan mong bayaran ang sweldo ng pinsan mong tumutulong sa'yo mag-serve. Ang tawag doon, salaries expense. Ang mga nakuha nating expense ay ang rent expense, utilities expense, and salaries expense. Tandaan, ito yung mga sakripisyo na pera para lang mapagpatuloy ang takbo ng business mo. Meron tayong mga examples ng expense. First, cost of goods sold. Second, rent expense. Third, salaries and wages. Fourth, utilities. Fifth, advertising. And sixth, depreciation. And lastly, interest expense. Therefore, expenses must be properly controlled to maintain profitability.
So, for the normal balance naman, bibigyan namin kayo ng pahapyaw about dun. So, at this stage, let us briefly introduce the concept of normal balance. Assets, drawings, and expenses increase on the debit side, while liabilities, revenue, and capital increase on the credit side. However, we will discuss this in more detail in our next lesson.